Another very common setup outdoors is two links of chain that are connected to bolts just by some quick links. And this setup is not very different from others. You just clip to the two lowermost points on the chain. You don't necessarily have to do this because this does expose you to the possible risk of having one of these chain links fail. So if you're clipped to the lowest one, you're dependent on all the ones above it. But it's not reasonable to assume that any of these are going to fail. You should be checking your anchor gear as you get to it, but in modern sport climbing, steel chains, that's not practical. If you do want to move it up for some reason, like maybe there's not favorable loading of the carabiner, maybe there's a rock face right here and you want it to be a little higher, it should be noted that it is better to lift up the chain link underneath the one you want to clip so that you're clipping directly to this chain link and not clipping on top of another one. So now my aluminum carabiner is being pinched, or is pinching this steel ring and this steel ring here. And that could deform the carabiner. You would have to see really high loads, but you're not likely going to see those on top roping. It's simpler and to clip underneath the chain link, as you do not run the risk of potentially deforming your carabiner. It should be noted that you should not clip somewhere on the anchor such that the lowest point of your top rope system is above the lowest chain link. This makes cleaning unnecessarily difficult. We'll discuss that later, but now, just for setting up anchors, it is perfectly reasonable and valid to clip the bottom link. If you would like to clip on the higher ones, try and move the lower one out of the way so that you're clipped just to the bottom length of the chain.